Good morning to you guys. Good morning. My name is Eric V. I am Hoi Soy. I am the voice of FutureSquawk, guys, and I'm coming at you live from the pits of the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, the S&P pits. I'm trading from right alongside them. And guys, it's 8 o'clock with 33 seconds, guys. We just had the beep in the background letting us know the 8 o'clock hour is upon us. So let's go ahead and let's get this bad boy started, guys. First things first, let's take a look at the ES. Those of you guys who are following on YouTube, I love you to death, but I'm sorry, I apologize, there are no charts. But yeah, we can definitely talk about these key areas. So yesterday's highs were the 2942s, guys, and we have seen nothing but selling come in after that. We did get a nice bid on the close. There's no doubt about it. We did see that nice bid on the close, and but clearly seeing overlapping price activity lower on the 5-minute time frame in the overnight session. There's no doubt about it. There's no other way to see it. However, guys, from the overnight session, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 areas of balance. The most recent lowest area of balance is clearly from the five halves all the way down into the 20s. So that's the 25 halves down into the 21s. And then we did see initiative out of balance to the downside down into our key area, that 2918s, guys. And then we saw 1, 2, 3. We're in our fourth area of balance higher on the 5-minute time frame. Trade back up through the 23 halves, guys. Invalidated that lean. Right now we are in our fourth area of balance higher on the 5-minute time frame. I think that that's enough to establish to say we expect to see another 5-minute area balance higher. If we don't, we don't. But how would we know we're wrong? We'll know we're wrong, guys, if we trade back through that middle of the previous 5-minute area balance, these small 5-minute areas of balance higher that we have seen off that low, off that 2918 low. Guys, the highs are the 5s, that's the 25s. The lows are the 2175s. That puts the middle of that balance at the 23 halves, guys. 23 halves, 23 quarters, somewhere in there. So if we do pull back to that area, I will be looking to buy. But with sustained trade below that, I can call it like the 2275. Yeah, we could see a spike down into the 2275 in the back up, but sustained trade back below that 23 quarter, guys, and that really calls into question any sort of long lean that we do have currently. Do I think we get that pullback? I actually don't. I think that buying on the close will be supportive of us. That was significant buying that came in on the close, and I think that will continue to be supportive of us. And actually another thing that's worth pointing out is we do have DAX down 76, guys, and the FTSE down 20.6. So 76.6 and 20.6 DAX and FTSE respectively. So guys, that was a good portion of what we saw in the overnight session in the way that sell-off is the DAX selling off and FTSE selling off. All right, guys, so remember yesterday DAX was up over 100, FTSE was down at one point, and FTSE was down 20. So we did see that expansion, and then it came off. DAX came off into the close, and FTSE found its settle at about -30, I think, and the DAX was only up 86 into the close, something like that. So it's basically given back everything on the DAX that it had from the previous settle, and then and the FTSE has continued to find lower. Alright, guys, so that is what we're seeing in the ES. Our previous areas of balance that we talked about, that 4-hour, still intact, guys. 4-hour is the 2892s, guys. That's the middle of that 4-hour trading range, that 2892. I do think that we are still, we did find our way back into that area of balance a couple of times below that. We did see all the way down into the 09s, the 07s, guys, last week, and then we did see in the overnight session down into the 18s. But guys, yeah, definitely think that there is a good reason good reason to see some support here at the 28.91s on the 4-hour, and that's kind of where we're keeping it tighter. We've moved that up significantly over the last 2 weeks. And the 30-minute time frame, guys, we did talk about. So we are clearly seeing chop right from that 29.47s all the way up to the 29.42s yesterday. I think that's good enough to fat cran this whole area. And the fat cran of this whole area, I think that the first support that we saw was going to be this overlapping price activity, this overlapping range that we saw, this last range that we saw come into play here. We saw initiative out of it, right? This is an area from the 29.31.69 starting last Wednesday, guys, with that sell-off. Thursday, the spike high. And then Friday morning into the overnight session that tested the low again and then back up higher. I do think that the middle of that area of balance was a significant area for us, and we saw that 18 quarters, 18 halves, something like that, 19s as that key area. We saw just below it, and then we've continued higher this morning. So I do think that that's a good 30-minute area to have, because that's the next area to the left. And then I do think in general we can probably just fat cran this whole thing from the 47s all the way down into the 06s, 07s, guys. I think we can fat cran that whole thing as an area of balance that we're likely to continue to see form up here. Now, whether we go back to the highs or whether we stay here or even roll lower is still a matter that's up for grabs. I don't know. I don't know what we do from here. I do think the 5-minute bias does say higher. I think the 30-minute bias does say higher. But guys, you can see we are clearly trading right now at the middle of that area of balance. So guys, that 26 is the middle of that area of balance. And don't forget Monday, guys. Monday open outcry will be closed. So I have a feeling I'll let you guys know over the weekend whether I decide to leave town or not. But if I'm in town, I'll definitely be here for you. I might not be here at the exchange. I might be at home, just sitting there watching some TV, giving a call at it while we're going. But yeah, I think that I have a tendency to believe that I'm going to be here for the call on Monday. We'll see. I'll definitely let you guys know. Guys, natty gas is coming off its highs. Did see spike high and back into the area of balance. So guys, definitely that 3117 is a key area here in the natty gas. All right, so I know I'm jumping all over the place, but that is what we're seeing in the ES, and I think that we're likely to see continuation higher on the 30-minute, on the 4-hour, and on the 5-minute time frame. We know we're wrong if we don't. NASDAQ, guys, NASDAQ, same thing, guys. We saw in the Z contract. Oh, guess what, guys? I think we saw new all-time highs, right? Yesterday? I think that's correct. On the Z contract, let me roll out to the 4-hour and just to make sure. Yeah, we did see above on the Z contract, above that 25, we saw a spike up into the 28. So new all-time highs in the Z contract, guys. And that was actually expected to see some continuation of the upside. We didn't get it though, guys. We definitely didn't get it. And we did see a pullback into that previous 30-minute area of balance after initiative to the upside. So definitely something that we are looking at, guys. And I think with that initiative out of balance to the upside on the NASDAQ here, I think that we can actually afford to now bring up our invalidation. Oh, no, invalidation is still at the same. That's the lower extreme. So guys, right here in the 7420s, still to the 7390s, that is still our invalidation. Okay, 4-hour invalidation is still good. Good morning, Eric. Hey, good to see you. Good to see you. I did post up the ES. So we are still looking for, on the 4-hour, looking for a price pattern in the 7420 to 7390, depending on what contract you're particularly trading. Guys, I do think we can bring up our long lean bias in the 30-minute time frame. Price pattern is 7630, like we saw in the overnight session. Why? Because in this larger area of balance that we have here, guys, on the NASDAQ, in this larger area of balance, from the 7693s all the way down into the 7400s. Yeah, that's right, guys. A huge area balance, but we do have multiple overlapping price activities, guys, and we do have 30 minutes area balance higher. We did have it at 75.70 before, and then now we formed another area balance higher and tried initiative out of that area balance. I think that right down here into the 76.30, maybe a smidge higher, 76.33, is where our 30-minute invalidation now comes, guys. Is down into that middle of that previous area balance, and we did test that in the overnight session. So, guys, 76.30 is now we can call it 76.30. Why not? Within a couple ticks of that is now our long lean bias. That's our invalidation of the long lean bias. Sustained trade through that is 76.30. And we do, guys, I do believe in the with this bid that we're seeing, guys, right here, right now on the 5-minute time frame. I think that we are invalidating that 5-minute. We have invalidated that 5-minute short lean, and we are seeing 1, 2. Let's call it 3 areas of balance higher. We could see a small, tiny area of balance off those lows, but I think we can just call it 1, 2, 3. We're in our 3rd area of balance higher, and we're up into that 62, guys. We're trading the 58s last at 62, so the 61s are the high of this most recent area of balance, and the 51s are the lows. Tiny area balance, to be honest with you. And then the previous is the 55s all the way down, and I guess we can call it all the way down into the 38s, 39s. So the middle of that previous area balance is the 48s, guys. If we were to pull back to the 48s, I'd be looking for a price pattern, but sustained trade below that, and I am done with any sort of long. So guys, that was the 76.48s. And sustained trade below invalidates the 5-minute long lean. Alright, guys, hope that is clear for you. So we are long all the way across the board, just because I do have that long bias, and we have invalidated, and I think that we're more likely to see this continuation higher here personally. And the charts are saying so as well. We could very easily roll back over. There's no doubt about it. We're coming up into key areas where we could roll lower, and that key area, I mean, we definitely can fat cram this trade into the close and the early overnight is from the 78s down into the 51s, and we could say all the way up into the 68s is a good sell point. Now, that's definitely another way to look at the market, but up into the 68s are definitely a sell point. But on the shortest time frame, we're seeing 7 units and 7 quarters trade in the ES. We're trying initiative out of balance to the upside on the 5-minute time frame in the NASDAQ. I do think that the continuation is more likely to change to the upside on the shortest time frame. Do remember we do have 8:45 numbers this morning, 8:45 numbers. So. And then right now, guys, I believe that the Senate is getting started. The Senate Banking Committee. That should be, if not now, should be soon. 10. Okay. Showing 10 Eastern. So we still have 45 minutes to that. Okay, guys. So next up, not last, but yes, I am long. So I was long. I was long last night. I bought into that spike high, and I held overnight, and I added some 20s on the ES as we came down, and we found some support. I added some 20s. So I am net long. I am actually in a full position long right now. 7 halves at 775. So let's see here, guys. Let's go ahead. Next step. Let me post up that. Let me take a quick second. Post up the NASDAQ for you, for all my beautiful subscribers. Those of you guys who are listening in on the YouTube. Yeah, I will post it up in the comment section for you. So, guys, we're seeing that YM, right? why I'm in the overnight session, definitely go, like we talked about, guys, definitely lower, definitely overlapping price activity lower. So we did see from that that 84, 85 area all the way down into the 55s. Then the next area balance lower is from the 56s all the way down into the 29s. Then it was starting to get a little bit wider area from the 38s, 39s all the way into the 86s. That's the 586s at that point. Initiative out of balance to the downside, and we start to see overlapping grind activity back higher, guys. Trade back up recent through that the 618 maybe I'll bring that down a little bit, more or less the 618s. I'll call it the 615s. Invalidates that 5-minute lean to the downside, and now we're up into our fourth area balance higher and initiative out of balance on that 5-minute time frame. So guys, we clearly have we saw in the ES, in the NASDAQ, and the Dow, guys, we saw us trade below the previous session lows, and we're back up into them, guys. We're back up above the previous session lows in all of the majors. So guys, we I think we can clearly establish that we have a 5-minute lean to the upside. And where would we know we're wrong, guys? We're seeing initiative out of balance, so I think the trade back below that 15, that 615, invalidates our long lean. Okay, because that would be initiative out of balance that failed to the failed to the downside. It would trade back through the lower extreme. All right, guys, and we do have a long lean bias on the 30-minute time frame into the 454. We didn't even come close to that at all in the overnight session, but let's take a look at the 30-minute. We do have that 454, 459, somewhere in there as our I guess we can call it more of like 470. So let me just go ahead and change it up from 454 to 470. There we go, done and done. And guys, of course, that 4-hour time frame. That 4-hour time frame is clearly still below us. The lower extreme is here, and we are talking about that 25,997s on the 4 hours, guys. 938s is what I have here. So but this is the second time. I do want to let you guys know we have seen shot across the bow. This is the second time that we've tried to see anything higher, guys, into that into that previous all-time high, back up into we saw a trade back into the 700s, guys, yesterday, and then we rolled back over. So guys, we're unable to see, this is the second time that we've been unable to see anything trade above that 684. We'll see if we get it today. We'll see if we get it today, but that is it has failed at previous all-time high twice now, guys, without making a new all-time high. And then finally, last but not least, oh, never mind, last but least, we do have our Russell. So Russell, guys, let's talk about the Russell. Yesterday we had ES bid, we had NASDAQ bid, we had YM bid, right? And all of those were bid into through the 10 o'clock hour. And guess what, guys? We saw nothing but offer on that Russell yesterday. That Russell came off and was down 1.3% at one point in time, guys. We're still down. We were unable to take out the that swing low, guys. That 1672.6. We were unable to take that out in the overnight session. We came pretty stinking close, but we're unable to trade back below it. We're still down 3.5 points on the day, which is spot 21%. But yeah, we are definitely seeing price activity lower and overlapping price activity on these lows. We could have, if we want to get more granular here, we can definitely say that we tried to invalidate, right? We saw one area balance, two areas of balance, and then third area balance higher that didn't get up to the 5-minute invalidation. And then we have actually seen initiative out of balance back to the downside. So guys, another area of balance perhaps forming here to the downside. We'll see. This likely all could be fat cranned, but fat cranning it is usually not a good sign for participation, for appreciation of the value of this index, this acceptance of value on the lows, which is what I don't particularly want to see, because I'm long the Russell, and I do think that we're hanging them out here on this key area within 5 to 7 points of this key area, and I think it's worth a shot here to the upside. 7 halves at 775 is our trading, guys. So we're seeing the DAX down 85.6 now, and we're seeing the 50 down 21.8. So we are seeing a little bit of that come off. All right, guys. So clearly, that's our 4 hour, right? That's what we talked about, is our 4 hour invalidation. We're trading it right now, guys. Sustained trade back below this, initiative out of balance below that 72.6. I think I have to give up on that long lean off this 4 hour, and I just have to trade it much more granularly. But yeah, I'm still holding on. I am underwater, guys, but I'm still holding on onto that position. The 30-minute has clearly invalidated, no doubt about it. Overlapping price activities that we saw here, no doubt about it. We saw that the sell-off yesterday all the way back through that 86, and man, oh man, did we see continuation to the downside. So 30-minute lean is clearly in play to the downside. Alright, guys, and yeah, so we do have a short lean on the 30-minute, guys, up into 16.98. So you have a short lean bias. Alright, and we currently have no bias on the 5-minute time frame. Alright, guys, so that is what we're seeing on the Russell. So I apologize, that Russell is just kind of a nightmare. So it's kind of a chop on those lows, and yeah, not really seeing anything here on that Russell in the way of anything to the upside. If we do get it, I will be the first to let you know, because I'll be jumping up and down for joy. But if we don't, I'll let you know where I'm invalidating that trade. Alright, guys, so it's 8:23 with 37 seconds, guys. So it has been a good 22 minutes with you. I hope that this has been a valuable chart talk experience for you, and please don't hesitate to reach out. I can be found at FutureSquawk. That's right, as at FutureSquawk. I am on the Twitterverse. I am also, guys, also on YouTube. Those of you guys who are listening on YouTube, yeah, that's right, you guys know where to find me. And you can also head over to FutureSquawk.com. That's FutureSquawk.com, and you can definitely reach out, say hi, all one word, SAYHI, at FutureSquawk.com, and there is a contact form. You can go ahead and reach out that way as well. I hope that this has been beneficial to you. I hope everyone has a wonderful Tuesday trading day, and absolutely, guys, I hope that you guys have a successful trading day more than anything. Again, this is FutureSquawk, and it is a Lost Child production. It is dedicated to my son. I love you with my whole heart, man. So this is for you. I hope that one day you get to hear it and you get to know that every single day of the trading year, man, I'm thinking about you. I'm working for you, and I'm making you your money. All right. So come and find me, and I'll give you a free ride to college, bro. All right, excellent. So let's. I'm gonna go ahead and conclude for the trading day. For this chart talk before the trading day commences, guys. Here in the trading pits, 5 minutes until the open, and pit population is a little on the small side, guys, so far. But I do see an extra. I do see probably about an extra 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see 7 or 8 more traders ready to hop into the pits as we get closer to that open. So, guys, it's probably about 12 guys in the pits right now, and probably another 7 to 9 that are ready to join us. So, yeah, guys, I do hope, again, have a wonderful trading day, and thank you.